And we're back. Right now, we are here with Mike Blumenthal. My friend Stephan Hovnanian is here, and we are in our second in our series of If I Had a Nickel. And today we are covering all things Google Local and finding yourself, cleaning up your records, and crossing all your T's and dotting all your I's to make sure that you can be found properly and accurately. Mike, back to you. Well, you mentioned something about the 7 pins, and not everybody understands that term. Some of us do, some of us don't. Can you briefly tell us what that means?
Well, sure. The most powerful property, the most powerful real estate on Google is the front page of Google. That's where that's where people do recovery searches. If they're looking to get driving directions, they do it on the front page of Google. It's where they find your phone number if they're looking for your phone number. But more importantly, it's where people who you don't aren't your customers yet find people to do business with. They go to the front page of Google when they're ready to buy. Facebook is about conversations. Google Plus is about conversations. Google Search is about buying. When people go to that search engine, and they do a local search, it's usually with a very strong intent to purchase. And so when they look for jewelry, Buffalo, New York, and you're, in the top of that, what's called the 7-pack, Google will insert into the pages the local businesses that meet that criteria. And now that Google knows where most searchers are located, you don't even have to add the word Buffalo. You just type the word jewelry, and you will show up in this pin pack. There may be some Yelp listings above or below you, or local websites above or below you, but the pins are basically drawing from Google's local database and showing on the front page, and it's where most of your business is going to come from. I mean, if you're looking for business in the local market, that is what you want to strive towards, is showing up in that 7-pack. And certainly all the activities we're talking about, making sure your record is clean, making sure you're getting citations, and then moving on to making sure you're doing a good job socially, all those things contribute to you showing up more prominently there, getting reviews, that sort of stuff. It all adds up, but that's the goal, because people don't go to Plus looking for business. They don't go to Facebook looking for business. They go to the front page of Google. And Google is willing to give you a half page above the fold if you go into the 7-pack, you do a search for jewelry, Buffalo, and you scroll over the little pin and go to the right, they're going to give you a big knowledge panel to the right. Or if you do a branded search, Barbara Oliver jewelry, they're going to give you a great big branded knowledge panel to the right above the fold for free, just if you've done all these things we've talked about up to this point accurately and precisely. And that's incredibly valuable. I mean, there's no better real estate in the world right now.
Susan, I don't know if you put.
I've been sharing you.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, because I can't see what you're controlling over here. But wow, this is pretty impressive real estate on the front page of Google if somebody's looking for a brand name search. That's for sure.
And notice, wow. Notice this is where I know you've done a lot of work on profile images, Stephan. But this is where the profile images really comes into play, because you get one little image. Yep. To sort of create the eye candy to attract somebody, and that little box, as you know, is very hard to craft an image for that looks good. Now if you go down in that search and you look at the bottom, people also searched for, and you click on one of the competitors, Google will show that same profile image in a carousel at the top of the page, and that even distorts the image more, makes it even harder to find an image because that's cropped differently than the image that's shown. So when you're doing your profile image, which is the most critical image, as Stephan has pointed out in a number of posts, really where you need to review it if you're a local business is these two places, the knowledge panel and the carousel, to make sure it's a compelling image, because it's the one shot you have at looking better than your competitor.
We have a lot of great comments and questions that are coming in. I'm wondering if we can tackle a few of those.
Tackle them, yes.
Yes. One of them is from Jennifer Mortensen, and she's asking, do reviews on your Google Plus listings factor into rankings?
Certainly there are. The answer is yes. Not just reviews from Google, but reviews from around the web. It appears that getting 5 or so reviews at Google will give you a certain ranking bump. It appears that getting reviews from around other sites of the web Google looks at will also do something similar. More importantly, though, I mean, I always look at reviews as, social testimony that you're doing your job, right? And 76% of searchers look at reviews and trust them even from total strangers. So they're huge affirmation that a searcher who doesn't know you is making the right decision to choose you. So rather than thinking about reviews as something you want to get. You need to, again, think about reviews as something you need to earn. It's much like a link. You don't want to buy it. You want to earn it. If you've earned it, you've done a good job, and you've gotten a review because you've done a good job, that review's sincere, covers your services, that's that's different than going out and just getting reviews for the sake of rank. You can use reviews for a lot of things. You can use them to track quality over time. You can, help people find you better, know more about your business. Even getting a bad review in that context where somebody explains why you're not right for everybody is actually a good review because it helps you qualify your customers. So I guess I would look at reviews as certainly a ranking factor. I wouldn't look at them as that being the goal, though. The goal is to get happy customers and to get new customers to make happy customers and have those people become your advocates online. That's the goal. And if you do that, you'll get reviews, and you'll get a lot of them. Now, a note on this, there's another recent patent that I've been studying called using driving directions to rank local entities or something like that. And it appears that when Google doesn't have reviews, they use driving directions. Well, that's great, and you can imagine that's an alternative. So Google's going to rank it whether they have reviews or not. So I just think you need to take a right-headed approach to reviews and not get too wrapped up in getting them. Some recent research, which I haven't published yet, I queried about 2,000 U.S. American adults how frequently they leave a review for local businesses. 56%, 55% said never. 22% said less than once per year. So we're talking is 77% of American adults hardly ever leave a review. So getting reviews is hard. It's not an easy project because most people are not inclined. They love reading them. They love looking at them. They're just not inclined to leave them. So you really have to do something, I think, extraordinary in your delivery of services to earn them.
No, you're 100% right, and I appreciate you kind of reeling us all back in and trying not to focus on the mechanical, technical stuff of what we have to do, and then just focusing on the why, right? Being a good business and earning that kind of stuff, because that's way more important and pays off in the dividends. And another props for negative reviews, because I know even for myself, I mean, if you hear people explain why, in a nice thought out manner, professional, respectful manner, and not just like venting, then it's really great information to find the right customer fit. So for those of you who are getting reviews and may see some negative ones once in a while, hey, be cool with it, right? Be cool with the fact that somebody cared enough to even tell people about their experience, and hopefully in the context of helping others make the same decision, or to work with you or not.
And my best advice to any business out there, if you're trying, I had one client actually ask me one time years ago, can you remove me from Google? Because they didn't like the reviews that were coming up. And my advice to them, be better. When you are better, people talk about you in a positive way, share word of mouth, referrals. That's the goal. Be the best at what you do. Mike, how can everyone find you?
Do a Google search, for Christ's sake. Do a Google search. That's how you find me. Right? Isn't that how everybody gets found these days?
That's right.
So true. So true.
I hang out at local U forums. My email is mike@blumentals.com, localu.org, blumentals.com/blog. I'm pretty accessible. I try to make myself accessible.
I prefer this. Yeah, just Google you, and
Right.
We'll have lots of choices wherever we feel like connecting with you. Stephan, how can everybody find you?
You could do that too, although you may find my great-grandfather, or references to him. I'm still working on capturing page one for my name. I'm here mostly on Google Plus or Twitter at Stephan Hov. Stephan Hov is sort of where I exist socially. That's what the name, the handle I've been trying to claim. But also, real quick though, I want to give a plug, a shameless plug for a service Mike put together called get5stars.com. Go check it out, because it's a really unique way to do some best practice for reviews, to get reviews for your business, and it's a really cool product. And that's something Mike's been working on and very excited about. So I just figured, hey, go check it out. And if it's right for you, work on that, because like we were talking about today, reviews are either positive or negative. They're important, and they help people make business decisions, and that's what we are all about here, doing business. So that's that.
Well, I want to thank everybody who came today. What a wonderful group. And I have to give a special shout out to Linda Bouquet, because thank you for all your contributions to the comment stream. You know, there have been a lot of great ones, but she has chimed in and just jumped in and filled in our blanks for us today. So thank you, Linda. I'm Susan Finch. You can find me at SusanFinch.com, plus Susan Finch. Same thing, Google me. So we look forward to seeing you at our next If I Had a Nickel, and we will keep you posted as to what's coming up with that episode soon. Check out our past episode. It's in the details. Thank you again. We are so glad you joined us.